Hello friends. In this video, we'll talk about the Universal Matter protocol, what it means and its tasks. We'll add its support to Home Assistant and try to connect a couple of devices. So, let's begin. The main goal of the Matter protocol is to create a standard that will allow devices from different manufacturers to interact with each other. That is, if previously you had to look for one set of devices for Apple HomeKit and another for Google Home, then support for the Matter standard guarantees compatibility with all leading smart home management systems. Home Assistant is certainly among them. It's important to understand that this is a logical protocol, and Ethernet, Wi-Fi, Thread are used as the transport network. Connecting such devices requires a server part, for example, Google Nest, HomePod, or Apple TV, Amazon Echo, and similar devices. Some of them have a built-in Thread interface, while for Wi-Fi or Ethernet, a standard router is used. Next, in this video, we will look at creating the server part of Matter based on Home Assistant and connect a couple of compatible devices. Meanwhile, as per tradition, please like this video so it can reach more people interested in smart home topics, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. In my collection, I found a couple of devices that support the Matter standard, a light bulb with a standard E27 socket, and a 2-channel relay from ZemiSmart. I'll leave the links to them in the description. There, you'll also find a link to a separate review of this relay that I did a few months ago, but at that time, I was unable to connect it to Home Assistant. As you can see, instead of icons for Apple HomeKit, Google Home, Amazon, there is one Matter logo. The physical interface for both devices is Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz, meaning no additional gateways are needed for their operation. Each of these devices has its unique key, which is displayed as a QR code and duplicated in numbers. It's usually stuck on the device itself and can also be found in the manual. It's important not to lose it, otherwise, you won't be able to connect it later. Now, let's move to Home Assistant. This is one of my test servers. Based on the Soyo M2 Mini PC, the review link is in the description. Currently, there are only basic settings here, as shown in my video lesson. The first steps, the link is also in the description. We go to the Settings menu, where we need the Add-ons section. As I said, this server only has basic settings, with File Editor and MariaDB installed. We go to the Add-on store. We need the add-on called Matter Server, which is part of the standard repository. First, we install it. You'll have to wait a while for everything to download from the cloud. No additional settings are required. Launch it and enable the watchdog option, which will automatically restart the add-on in case of any failure. Wait for the server to start. I remind you that add-ons are separate independent containers that operate in parallel with Home Assistant. At this moment, Matter Server is not connected to Home Assistant. We return to the Settings menu. Now we need the Integrations section. Integrations are already a part of Home Assistant itself, its logical interfaces. The system has already detected the installed server part, and the list now includes an integration called Matter. If for some reason it is not there, we add it manually. This integration, you could say interface, will be the link between the core of the system and the Matter server. The integration has established a connection with the server and is ready to work. It is now in the Installed section. We can proceed to add devices. An important point, they need to be added using the Home Assistant mobile app, as the process requires scanning a QR code. Since both devices being added operate on the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network, I switch my smartphone to this frequency range at the time of connection. After connecting, I'll switch it back. I'll start with the relay. After powering up, the smartphone nearby detects a new Matter device. In some cases, you'll need to activate pairing mode according to the instructions. To connect, you need to scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera or, by pressing the Connect button without it, enter the numeric key. Then you need to specify the app for connection. By default, I have Google Home, so I choose the option Other Apps. Here I select Home Assistant. Next, the device connects, and then an account is generated for security purposes. Next, the connection network is checked, meaning the transport network, which is why I switched the smartphone to 2.4 GHz. The device is successfully connected. In my case, the Home Assistant app works with 2 servers, so I need to choose which one to add the device to. Then we enter the Home Assistant's own Add Device wizard, where you need to confirm your intentions. In the Matter integration, the first device appears. There are two objects, the relay. Everything works correctly, with a very fast response. Feedback, if the channels are switched using external switches or buttons on the case, also works correctly in real time. Let me clarify an important point again. Matter works locally and does not depend on internet access. Now, let's move on to the bulb. The technology is exactly the same. Power it on. If necessary, switch it to connection mode according to the instructions, after which a message about a detected Matter device appears on the smartphone. Scan the code and specify which app it needs to be connected to. We wait a bit for the connection to be established. An account is generated, all the same as we saw when connecting the relay. The final step is to confirm the addition directly in Home Assistant, after which we will see two connected devices in the integration. In this case, it's the bulb. Only one light object, nothing more. Control is the most standard. Turn on, turn off, control brightness level, color, and color temperature. No additional options, like state memory, appeared in this case. The control speed, as with the relay, is high, almost in real time. By the way, the bulb is quite good bright both in white and in color mode. There is some heat, but quite moderate. It's worth considering for purchase, especially given that it works with local control. One feature I noticed is that when changing the brightness, it does not set instantly to the desired value but changes smoothly and quite slowly. I'm not sure why that is. Both devices operate over Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz. Here they both are on the router's map. So, no additional gateways are needed. Home Assistant sees them in the network right away. Both devices can confidently be used in automations, work stably, and react quickly to commands. The only downsides are the very basic control, 2 switch objects and 1 light. The lack of state memory is greatly missed. In the case of this relay, it restores the state that was present before the power was turned off. The bulb always turns on, but in the mode it was last turned off in. That's all. I hope that after this video, you have a better understanding of what Matter is, how it works, and its significance. I would be grateful for your likes, as they help promote it on YouTube. And if you don't want to miss new reviews and lessons, subscribe to my channel. In the video description, I will leave links to the devices shown, other videos on this topic, as well as my Telegram channel, Facebook page, and a group for discussing smart home topics. Join us, it will be interesting. Thank you for your attention. Until next time, peace to everyone.